What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the latest episode of Wildcard Wednesdays, like episode 15 right now. Today I'm drinking Honey Brown. This is like by Genesee Special. It's like some brewery in New York or something. I had it many times, so I can't review it today. But anyway, today's topic, we're going to talk about hobbies. And by the way, this is a good beer, so if you see it, you got to buy it. But, hobbies. You gotta fucking have a hobby. And I'm not just talking about, like, any hobby. You gotta have a hobby that, like, is productive or creative in some way. Like, if you have a hobby that's, like, not productive or not creative, you're kind of wasting your fucking time. Like, there's some hobbies out there, like, some people will say, like, they're movie junkies. And honestly, there's nothing really wrong with it if, like, you get something out of it. Like, if you get something out of any hobby, it can be beneficial. But at the same time, like, some hobbies, like, if you're just really into movies or, like, really into, like, comics or video games or, like, TV shows, those aren't really the most productive hobbies. Because, like, you don't really make anything in the process. You don't really, like, gain anything from doing it. Whereas, like, if you make music, if you make art, if you work out, those fucking hobbies, those are all productive or creative. And you have something to look back on, and you're like, hey, I did that. So basically, because I did that, I can look back and see my progression over time. I'm bettering myself, and I'm glad I did it, you know? So I feel like the big difference between, like, unproductive hobbies and productive hobbies, they're all enjoyable. Hobbies have to be enjoyable pretty much to begin with. But at the same time, a hobby that creates stuff or benefits yourself, you're going to, like, have a better time, and you'll see yourself progressing over time, and it'll make you feel better about yourself. Like, any kind of hobby where you, like, better yourself, you're, like, really advancing yourself on the cognitive level, on, like, the physical level, and just bettering yourself altogether. Because, like, in the grand scheme of things, if you do things that are, like, productive and creative, you're, like, helping yourself and enjoying your life at the same time. And what could be better than that? Unless you get paid by it, too. And honestly, some hobbies can get paid. Like, music. Like, years ago, I used to play gigs at, like, nursing homes. I used to play gigs at, like, people's parties. And they were, like, small-time events. But at the same time, something like that, for an hour, you can make $150, $200. You know, and that's not too bad there. So, seriously, have productive hobbies. If you're, like, an artist, right? Even if, like, you're not, like, making art all the time. If you, like, have it as a hobby, you can fucking, like, put out your business cards. People will fucking call you. You paint pictures that they want, and you can make money from that. There's all sorts of ways you can make money out of your hobbies, too. So that's why it's great to have a productive hobby, because every time you do a productive hobby, you get better at it. Like, if you stay active, if you lift weights, every time you do it, you're getting stronger over time, and you set your own personal records. And if you do it enough, you could enter competitions. And if you're, like, really fucking good at it. Art, if you fucking do art all the time, every time you make art, you're going to be better at making art. You'll be better in your own fucking style. And over time, you'll cultivate your own style, and that's fucking great, because you are expressing yourself in the artistic field. And over time, you'll see your great progression, and you'll be really proud of yourself for it. Music, same thing. Acting, you name it. Any kind of hobby that you make shit, do shit, anything that betters yourself, that's the best kind of hobby. So seriously, when you're fucking thinking of things to do that are enjoyable, think of things that'll, like, better yourself, and you'll be glad you did it. But anyway, that's going to be today's Wildcard Wednesdays. I didn't really have an idea, so I figured I'd talk about hobbies, and I think hobbies are a great thing. Everybody needs hobbies. Because, like, if you don't have hobbies, you're probably going to be a pretty boring person. Because, like, even, like, if you have an unproductive hobby, you're more interesting than anybody who doesn't have a hobby. Because having no hobbies, you're not really doing much. You know, that's kind of boring. So, like, seriously, do something. That's, like, what the point of being alive is. When you're dead, you can't do anything. When you're alive, you could do anything. So, do stuff. And that's how you have a good, fun fucking time in life. But anyway, that's going to wrap up today's Wildcard Wednesdays. Stay tuned for next week Wildcard Wednesday. And don't forget to like and subscribe, because I'll be back for more.